Hey guys, Archie Luxury on the Archie Luxury live stream. We are broadcasting live. It's Sunday night in America. It's Monday morning in Australia. Let's send a few invites out. Who can I send a few invites to? Well, obviously, we want to send one to the greatest dog trainer in the world, Marky Goldberg. Let's get Clivers on there, see if we can talk to Clive. Aussie expat, what have you been up to? Let's talk crypto crap. What's happening in the crypto market there? I think you are okay. So, guys, let's get this show on the road. We do have super chats coming in fast and the furious. We do have them coming in. We've got JD, 100 ARS. What is that? 100 ARS. What is that? Let's work it out. 11 cents. It's Sunday night with Caesar. Fikers, like, subscribe, and tell your Fikehead friends. And another 11 cents. And don't forget to leave a nice comment below. JD Montreal, $2.80. I'm here for the entertainment, Fikers. Speaking of entertainment, we got the world's greatest dog trainer. He's not just any dog trainer. He trains the best.
Does your dog trainer wear a Rolex? Probably not.
Hello, how are you, Mr. Goldberg?
I am well. How has your live stream gone in the 4 minutes without me?
Hey, I'm glad to have you on. I can tell you that much. It's great. What's happening it's Sunday night, is it?
Well, it's Satan's kitten's birthday, so we did birthday things, and now he's sleeping it off. And it is indeed. It is Sunday night. Where my time zone, it is 5:04 p.m. I'm in Central Time, and yeah. Glad to join you and to read out this super chat so that we don't miss it.
Super chat, Rich Mitch, £2. What are your thoughts on the Royal Oak Kind Blue?
And we will get to that super thicker in a minute. But first, what are your thoughts on the Royal Oak Klein Blue?
Let me take a look. Royal Oak Klein Blue. What is this thing here? The Klein, Calvin Klein? What sort of blue? Oh, fuck.
While you're looking for that, let's acknowledge Loop Trading's super sticker for $3. Super sticker. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for that.
I'm not sure I'm a big fan of the Klein Blue. I'm more of a, okay, this is the screen. It's on the screen now. Look at that. Ooh. What do you think, Marky? It's a little bit too blue.
Oh, I love it.
You love it?
I do. It's about time that I saw something about an AP Royal Oak that did just look like blah, blah, blah. Same. I like it.
I'm just investigating Eve's Klein. That's the blue there. What do you think?
I think it's gorgeous.
We got Nick Miller joining us. I only wish he'd just buy a tutor for himself. Get himself a tutor. Be done with it, man.
How you doing, guys?
Mr. Nick.
Hey,
let's see if you can behave yourself tonight. All right, well, the Klein Blue. I don't know. I think it's bright, it's bold, it's beautiful. It's not boring and same. If you're gonna wear an AP, you might as well stand out from the crowd. That's what I'm gonna say. It's very bright. It's nice.
This is 36 mil. I think this is a bit of an old color. This is not a new color.
Maybe is it a ladies?
36. No, they used to be the men's. They had 33 that were men's, you know?
Mm-hmm. Well, that era is long gone. I'm not in favor of a 36, but I do like the color. I do. We
got another super chat. We got 20 cents. 20 cents. 20 cents. What's this nice crap? You aren't the same rodent channel. You're Caesar the Pontiff, Archibald Chesterfield III, the Gov. Thank you so much, GD. One Up Trading, $2. That ARS is no joke. Yes, I know. Let me say something to you. That's the sort of watch I would wear. There's a story from Oklahoma. Can I share a story from Oklahoma?
Oklahoma. Is it a rancher story?
It could possibly be a rancher story. Do you want me to share it with you or not?
I do, of course. We want to hear. I also want to acknowledge that Nick looks groomed and is not in a vehicle. So welcome. Look at you being all cleaned up.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. So, Archie, tell us your Oklahoma story.
This is live from Oklahoma. Here we go.
Clerk who shot a suspect in the stomach after police say he attacked her over a counterfeit bill. Fox 25's Rob Hagan joins us live tonight. Rob, I hear she just got some news from 7-Eleven.
That's right, Wendy. Good evening. Now, Stephanie Dilliard says 7-Eleven corporate called her today and fired her for using her own gun in self-defense.
There we go. This 7-Eleven employee was in the process of being strangled by you wouldn't call him a customer, you call him a criminal. He's a customer if he pays, but if he's not paying, he's not a customer.
How did she get fired for self-defense? Sounds like...
Also in Oklahoma, it wouldn't really happen, I wouldn't think. But I guess there's
Oklahoma
City. Yeah, Oklahoma City.
They say it's against company policy. She says she's lucky to be alive.
Wow.
25-year-old Stephanie Dilliard was a 7-Eleven clerk who faced terror after she says a man tried to strangle her after she refused a counterfeit $100 bill for burritos, beef sticks, and ice cream. It happened Thursday, just before midnight.
He threatened me, said that he was going to slice my head off, and then that's when I tried to call the police. Realized he started throwing things at me. I came behind the counter. I tried to run off, but he grabbed his hands around my neck and pushed me out of the counter space. That's when I pulled out my gun and I shot him.
Police say the suspect, 59-year-old Kenneth Thompson, ran to MacArthur Boulevard and Northwest 34th Street and called 911. Police say Dilliard is protected under Oklahoma's self-defense law, but she says 7-Eleven Human Resources fired her Monday morning for using her own gun.
Said,
well,
all right, so the law is on her side there.
Yeah, fuck 7-Eleven in Oklahoma. By the way, I feel like it's interesting that the female reporter looks like a lady boy and the male reporter has a speech impediment. I guess that's where, bad reporters go to die, is Oklahoma. But this poor girl, if she was my daughter, I'd be giving her a reward.
Yeah, exactly. I think she behaved very fucking...
It's a dangerous job this little girl is doing.
That they were going to separate from employment because of a violation policy.
Dilliard says she was working by herself from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. for more than 2 years. On Monday, she still had a scratch on her neck and burns on her finger from firing the pistol.
This was a situation where I felt like I was put in a corner between choosing between my job and my life. And I'm always going to choose my life because there's people that depend on me. I'm going home. That's my goal.
That would be a tough call because, listen, they do get free Slurpees when they're on duty only. But, that'd be a tough call. A free Slurpee or, fire my gun.
There were outlaws, obviously, but how common was it in the 50s?
Corporate came in and gave her the sack. Isn't that all? Instead of saying to her, "Hey, do you need some time off? Hey,
right.
Just take a break. Just take it easy." Instead, HR rings up and says, "You're fired."
They're going to get a lot of hate.
She was supposed to use in-store things to stop it.
They're going to get a lot of hate for that, and I'm sure they're going to have to take it back and give that girl her $8 an hour job back.
It's a widespread phenomenon that these stores get robbed like that. People know this. How common was that in the 50s and early 60s? Not very common, I would say.
Well, when the cops caught you back then, Nick, in this country, they would drag you into an alley and give you what they called a wood shampoo.
But the culture of the time. This crime culture came later.
Made out of wood, and they would give you a wood shampoo.
In the 20s, there was organized crime, but it wasn't like this. This is now like a rampant,
against
Hey,
citizens.
we got a super chat here. Let me read the super chat. We got a super
chat.
Chief Tit, $5. Nick, I appreciate the lumberjack look today, but you need an axe and an Explorer 2 to complete the look. Oh, and Mark's hat. I'll be back in 1 moment. 1 moment, sir.
Where are you going?
Thank you, Chief Tit.
I'll be back in 1 moment.
Did you just call him Cheese Dick? Oh, by the way, Chief Tit, I'm still waiting for the WhatsApp from you. I haven't seen it. I did send. He sent me a lawyer's letter, and I sent him one back from my firm. I actually am a partner. Nick, you know a lot of obscure references, but you are a millennial, so I don't know if you'll get this one. Tell me, if I told you that I was a full partner at the law firm of Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe, who would I be? See, he doesn't know. He's too young. Guys, put it in the comments.
No, I don't know.
If I'm a lawyer at the law firm of Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe,
There's 3 partners,
who
so
would I be? Who would I be? Anyway,
probably Dewey or Cheatham.
or Howe.
You know, there's no, I don't know what you're talking about.
Here, I'm going to
There
write
must
it
be a
out.
specific historical reference that you're referring to.
It is Dewey, Cheatham.
Oh, got it. That's awesome. Yeah.
That is the Dewey, Cheatham, Howe.
That's good.
Okay, well, none of these guys seem to know this. Come on, guys. Weren't any of you fans of this particular group? It would be the Three Stooges, of course. Three
The
Stooges.
Three Stooges with Clive.
Anyway,
I've seen a lot of Three Stooges, a lot of Laurel and Hardy, but I'm more of a Charlie Chaplin man.
yeah, Charlie was slightly more intellectual.
Funny, like very deep and heartfelt.
Now I got to say something, Chief Tit. I've actually got something for you. I've got a video from the army, Chief Tit. I have a video to share with you. Just trying to see how I can send it to you. I got a great video on the army. I found this when I was trolling YouTube the other day. And I wanted, Chief Tit, I thought of you.
Happy birthday, kitten. Archie has a present for you.
Does he?
Yeah, apparently he has a toy for you.
I'm going to send you a link, Chief Tit.
I have a toy for you also.
Oh, here we go. Yep, Chief Tit, I'm just sending you a link now.
Jesus Christ, Angelic.
It's an old army PR video
I think Angelic was in the Greek army.
from 1975. Do you want? I don't know if you want to see this video. Can you see a video?
Angelic, jump on. Chief Tit.
He's good. Chief Tit's good. I'm just sending that to him now. Oh, we got the snake. Mike, how are you?
Mike, you never check your texts, Mike.
I just saw it. I just saw it.
Oh,
Beautiful, beautiful.
We're subby brothers today.
Nice. Now, what vintage is that one?
It's an old one.
Yeah.
Actually, do you want this one? Is like, are you wearing yours?
Yeah.
I take it off and open it up, and you'll notice that this little part here, right? That little part here.
Yeah.
You'll notice that on yours, this area right here is high polished. Yes. On mine, it is bead blasted.
Oh, let's have a look at. I'll show you my.
Oh, on the sides.
Yeah, no.
Mine is bead blasted too. There, look at that. This is on the Explorer 2.
Yes, but on the subby, they've been high polishing these since about 2014. But this is
a 2000.
This is a 2012.
Oh, so the sub before 2014 was bead. What's the difference in your guys' taste
right
between
the sides right here on the
No. I'm talking about right under this thing. So this area that I'm touching right here. That area
yeah.
okay.
Oh yeah. No, on mine the sides are highly polished.
Not the sides, the big flat open part where it says Rolex. That's
the whole thing is polished. It's not bead blasted.
That's correct. On mine,
do you guys prefer brushed? Do you guys prefer brushed or bead blasted?
You know, I've had two of the same watch, and you know how it says Rolex. There's like a stamping or an engraving in there in that center area, and I've had them very vary greatly. Like one, you could barely read the Rolex, and on another one, it was the engraving was, or the stamping or whatever was very deep and very, very legible.
Guess it depends on the year or the model.
Yeah, or maybe just the day of the week kind of thing. I don't know, but I just noticed that there was a variance there.
I see.
But,
I understand.
Anyways, is yours a maxi case or a just a 40 millimeter?
Well, in 2012, which is what this is, it was the maxi case and the, what the fuck did they call the dial with the bigger plots? That's what this is.
Okay.
The
Very
super
cool.
case. Hold on. This is the
Maxi
super
dial.
Case. There is no maxi case. It is the maxi dial.
Okay, yeah.
Case and maxi dial.
And the maxi dial has the larger
maxi pad, which is a whole different thing.
I get those from my mom all the time.
You do not. She's well over that. Oh well, maybe if she's incontinent. Yeah, never mind. Let's never mind.
Yeah. But the maxi dial has the larger round indices, right?
Yeah.
Now, are they?
Which I love because
are they? Or do they have a white gold ring around the indices, or are they just?
Yes. To quote Narc, yes.
Now, do all subs have that ring around? Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
And the hands are also on all subs. The hands are white gold, and I don't know how long that goes back, but a long time.
Okay. Well, I love my 41.
So you actually have gold on your steel sub because the loom surrounds are white gold, as are your hands.
Okay. Cool. Good. Nice to know.
There you
Learn
go.
something new every day.
White gold, actually white gold.
White gold, yeah.
Nick, what did you think of that Oklahoma situation? The 7-Eleven employee was fired for using their gun in self-defense.
Well, I'm trying not to really be too politicized, in respect of Mark. Honestly, I just don't want to be too political.
What have I got to do with it?
Because I respect your opinion, and I don't want to get into this and that and sensitivities.
I didn't tell you don't be political. I just told you.
Was it a racial event? Let me just ask this question: was it a racial event? Was it a black perpetrator?
Oh my God, why do you need to inject race into?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
That's my only question. But what I'm saying is, Oklahoma has a lot of people who are poor, a lot of rednecks who are white. It's got a small black population, sizable still. But there's a culture. Let me just say this, guys. It's
what color the person is. This poor lady.
It does matter. Culture is a real thing, and I'm talking about the
God.
history of the United States. And this film that I have,
difficult, isn't he?
guys, you're not letting me answer the fucking question.
Oh, I need to be here for my kids.
Thompson was arrested at the hospital and charged with assault and battery, threatening acts of violence, trying to pass a fake bill, and a felony warrant for violating parole. Dilliard hopes this incident serves as a wake-up call so no other clerks get hurt or killed, especially women.
If I known that, there's a potential where somebody could be for real in taking my life away, that I will do whatever it takes. I hope that, women see that.
Good girl.
They'll do the same thing. You have the right to defend yourself.
I would just, if I were her, I'd just be looking for a lawyer. That's just plain and simple.
Look,
a lawyer.
all I'm saying is,
you got a slam dunk case. Your
guys,
life was in danger. Okay. You fucking self-defended yourself. 7-Eleven can go to fucking hell, and you could probably get a couple million out of them.
Chief Tit's joining us. A bit of
sensibility. Hey, Chief Tit.
Chief Tit, I sent you a video. What did you think of it? I thought you'd love it.
I'm gonna watch it all. I watched the first couple of minutes of it, but geez, talking about a throwback, soldiers in shorts.
Well, in California, somebody can break into your house and you can shoot them, and you'll go to jail for shooting them.
Just don't shoot them in the back. And if you shot them outside on the porch, drag them back in.
If you shoot them, you better just kill them. Right? Then it's no he said, she said.
Not in Florida.
In Florida, they welcome you.
Just don't shoot anybody in the back, because that means they were running out. And if you shot them outside, drag them back in the house.
I'd be very interested to see what Rancher says about that situation, because if I was her, I would be suing the ass off 7-Eleven.
Oh, well, she probably had to 100%. Sign off on all this stupid stuff.
I mean, getting sacked for saving she effectively got fired for saving her own life.
You're right, and not only that, but think about what a good quality job that was. That girl was entitled to free Slurpees the entire time she was on duty.
You understand why she had to give up the job? I mean, why they fired her, right? You guys understand that, right?
No, I don't understand that.
The reason is the rationale that they're using, and to put it into like a legal
There is no
context.
rationale, Nick. That's a ridiculous
She
thing.
brought it.
Well, you didn't let me finish my statement. If I can finish my statement.
Go ahead, explain law to the lawyer. I'd love to
finish your statement. Finish your statement.
Thank you. So all I'm saying is that the rationale is now ubiquitous as mainstream Democratic Party ideology. It's been for a few years now. So the reason is you're supposed to back off and not intervene. And there's a reach out program that's supposed to help people and decriminalize crime, but then reach out socially. So there's not really been much reaching out socially. They've just been enabling crime. So you get the situation where you're supposed to let them rob you out of sensitivity
or kill you
out of human rights sensitivity. You see what I'm saying here?
Yeah, but he threatened
I heard what you're saying.
and had his hands around her neck.
That's what I mean. Do you understand?
Middle of strangling her.
Hold on a second. Robbery and personally being in danger of losing your own life is not the same thing.
She was being strangled, but it was implied that she should have let him.
You know what? I'll let you have your turn. I'll let you have your turn. I want mine. If somebody's going to go into a shop and take a packet of cigarettes and run off, okay, don't get a gun out and shoot him in the back. I get that. Right?
Tonight, we are hearing from a 7-Eleven clerk.
With their hands around your neck, you're going to friggin' do anything you can to kill them, and you'd be more than justified in doing so.
I completely agree. I completely agree. That's why this story stands out. I 100% agree, obviously. There's not even a question.
By the way,
I'm just playing like an advocate.
In her contract, when she got hired, there's probably some wording in there that says you are not allowed to bring a firearm into the workplace.
That's right.
And
Okay,
they're gonna fall onto that. And that's why she got fired. Now, that can very easily just be fucking overridden by the fact that this dude had his hands around her neck. She was in fear of her life. She was, moments from death, and she did exactly what she needed to do to save herself. And
absolutely,
that takes precedence over everything. It'll undo any fucking contract. Any contract.
So what I was saying earlier is that in the 50s and early 60s, there wasn't this phenomenon of robberies. There were bank robberies at times, but it wasn't this widespread. So what's changed? There's been a shift in the culture, the division of the culture, and certain ethnic groups, including white people.
You ever hear
white
about
people
Bonnie
do a lot of crimes in big cities like Washington.
You ever heard of Bonnie and Clyde and all those?
I have 100. I remember I cited that. I cited it.
Thousands of bank robberies. Pretty Boy Floyd. I mean, they were knocking over banks.
Prolific, and they were killing civilians.
Did you guys watch that movie Bad Company? Did any of you guys watch that movie Bad Company?
I know of it. I've seen it a long time ago.
Where's it available, Arch? Is that a YouTube thing? Can you watch?
It's like 1975.
By the way, there's also another great movie I would recommend for this audience. It's Malibu Beach Vampires.
Nice.
We saw those highlights you played. Jesus, that was shit.
I feel like it's a little highbrow for this crew.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we're more Beverly Hills Ninja, Arch.
He was good looking, but Marcus, you can't deny the fact Marcus was very good looking young guy.
He was a bit of a sleazeball, wasn't
he? I gotta say this, it's pretty sad that actually there is as far as this goes there, Nick, I honestly, I gotta tell you, Nick, I'm disappointed that you try and make it a race thing, Nick. You're really wrong because let me show you something.
Let me explain it after.
Actually,
yeah, go ahead.
No. Let me show you something. I want to show you something on the screen here. Look at this. This is more footage.
Who shot a suspect in the stomach after police say he attacked her over a counterfeit bill.
So a man tries to strangle a woman behind a 7-Eleven counter, and she gets fired for defending her own life.
7-Eleven corporate called.
Look at that. I just wanted to show you this guy, obviously a black person.
Yeah, I know who Coleon Noir is. I know who Coleon Noir is.
He's in support of her.
I'm in support of black people. You have to understand what I'm saying that changed is that there was a decade. Let me say this. Pontiff, out of respect, let me say it. Let me just fucking say without being interrupted by both of you guys. Come on. So my point is that during the late 70s, early 80s, there was arrests made of the Black Panther movement, which was a Marxist, nationalist, black nationalist movement. And there was no leadership in the black community. And what happened was a trifecta. There was a private prison industrial complex. Listen, there was a private prison industrial complex cultivating a gang culture behind bars. That was white people owning private prisons. And they had an incentive to encourage black people to commit crime. So they spread through the corporate music sector, black gangsterism culture, NWA.
Let's just stop that for a minute. That's ridiculous.
Man,
Harvey Smalls, $5 in California. We don't lock up thieves and criminals. Instead, we lock up toothpaste, shampoo, cough syrup, etc.
You guys are delusional. You never heard that, Black history? Every black person knows that. Black people know that. Black people know that. You don't know because
there's
you're not in
fundamental problems in people's cultures, man. Like
it's not people's cultures. It's not people's culture. That's not black culture.
Where's the father in these families to teach the boys how to be men responsible?
Exactly. That's the whole point. Destroy the family.
It's not every fucking white man's problem.
That's not their culture. They had families in the 50s. That's their culture. They had families. 80% of them had families in the 50s. It's changed. So what changed? It was a propaganda effort. It was a propaganda shift. It was a propaganda effort.
Imagine showing up to work overnight alone.
Flash forward to the point where whatever color the dude is, he's got his hands around her
knowing damn well
neck.
it's dangerous.
And
we all agree on that point.
They say it's against company policy.
She has every right to fucking defend herself.
Obviously.
And so, yeah, bringing the race into the picture.
Mike and Nick, listen for a second. In Australia, we've got the same problem at the moment in Queensland, in Melbourne, a couple of places, right? Where they've got kids that are going out and being absolute animals. The one thing that's on everybody's lips is, where the fuck are the parents to slap these fuckers down and not let them out the door? Why are they running around at the age of 15, 14 with machetes robbing people? Where are the parents?
Well,
I'm talking about that problem. That's what I'm trying to address.
Forever,
guys, listen, Mike, I'm not talking about the robbery. We all agree on that point. You're completely right. What I'm talking about is that there's been a shift in society since 1963 in particular that's been deliberately facilitated as a statecraft policy. Certain populations have changed in the way that their ethnic identities are. It's just a fact. And that happened to white people as well. Liberal and leftist white people today have a specific ethnic identity that they're all kind of sharing, and they're different than they used to be in the 60s. It's just a fact. So what I'm saying is that there's a statecraft policy to influence various ethnic groups, and it's just a fact. British people have been controlling empires for a long time. They have very clever in their machinations. They know how shit works and how to control big populations like ethnic groups and stuff. So they'll put them against each other or whatnot. That's a similar thing to what we're seeing. We're seeing a dynamic where there's been a change, and the propaganda has to be included in the calculation. We've seen since the rise of social media even more change than there was before social media. So we see that there's a propaganda side to this.
You're just trying to slide the racial issue on.
Man, yeah.
I'm not trying to slide the racial issue. I'm being realistic. The racial issue should be used to help black people not be driven
it's
down.
always about the blacks with you.
I want to help them. I want to help them.
I'm sure the blacks are just waiting for whitey Nick Miller, who's not even an American.
Yeah, and you know what, Mark? I'm going to say something else. I'm literally one of the top black historians. I am the top black, one of the top.
There's something wrong with you, Nick. There's something wrong. And here's the thing. You're a very smart man, but you've got preconceived notions about black people, and you got to stop.
No, you have no idea.
You have to stop. Listen to me. You have to stop. Let's move on to something else, but you need to stop talking about black people because you do it on every single show. Every show now you do it. So you have to behave yourself.
I'm addressing it because you guys...
You're a very smart guy. But you're going to lose on this one if you don't stop. So let's just move on to something else.
You guys brought it up several times for the couple days. That's why I'm addressing it.
Nick, come on back when you can behave yourself.
We need to just dumb this one down for discussion's sake.
Come back when you can behave.
Yeah, we need to dumb it down for
us. Mark, I got to tell you, Marky, I support you 100% there. I mean, fuck me dead. He just doesn't get it. You know,
the minute you explain away someone's individual actions as being a result of their skin color, is ridiculous.
And I want to help them. Here, listen,
fucking stupid. Everybody's got their own ability to say no and to do the right thing. Everybody knows the difference whether doing this or doing that is wrong or right. Just don't do the wrong fucking thing. It's got nothing to do with your skin color.
MT85, $5. I think might need a few days off. Yeah, I agree with. I think you're saying Nick might need a few days.
Because guys, here's the problem. You offend with this kind of talk. You offend enough people. I don't want to give anybody the wrong idea, but let's just say it could be a problem for the channel. The channel.
It's not good. And we don't
we
like
don't-
this shit either. You know what I mean?
And
Come
we
on.
don't. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, Nick, you come back if you can behave, but you don't seem to be able.
Same thing with Narc. Narc was pushing some very horrible stuff, and
Yes.
I
Yes,
slapped
yes,
him
yes.
down and said, "Look, mate, this is not acceptable."
Mm-mm.
It's
If
not
you were
acceptable.
7-Eleven guys and you're trying to get the lady back, and one of your processes you're going to go through is to say, let's give her a bonus, let's give her a beautiful watch to try to get her back in
That poor girl.
and some damages, what watch would you give her to see story?
Corporate should have said, "We'll give you a week's
Casio.
vacation for you and your children. We'll
7-Eleven
pay
has
you
a
full
Casio,
salary."
probably.
Off
Yeah.
you
She's too
go.
young to have children.
She's better
They
off getting a
fired her.
lawyer and getting $2 million from 7-Eleven.
I agree with
You
you.
reckon
not-
that'll backflip? Do you guys reckon that'll backflip for 7-Eleven? They'll be fucking.
Yeah, of
You know,
course.
but 7-Eleven's
The
getting
quicker they
sued.
backflip, the better.
Where's Clyde when
Yeah.
you need him?
If you trip and fall in somebody's yard, you can sue them because you were in their yard. I owned a bicycle shop. A guy fell through my giant plate glass window, clipping out of his clip-on pedals, and he put his hand out and he fell and he cut his arm from
Stem to stern.
here all the way across the center of his arm, all the way up almost to his armpit, and I saved his life. I ran around the corner and got a towel from the thrift store and put a tourniquet around his arm until.
Did you pay for that towel?
No. I ran in and I ran out, but
I believe that's called petty theft.
that guy turned around and sued me
You're joking.
because he fell into my window.
Yeah. Well, that's why you have
And what
to have
happened then, Mike? What happened
insurance.
then?
But I had
Insurance.
insurance,
Yeah.
and the building had insurance.
That's right.
So both of our insurances kicked in, and I didn't pay. I didn't pay anything.
You know what? When people set foot on my property, or when I train a dog, they sign a contract that basically says if they die on my property, if their dog kills them, it wasn't my fault. Like they sign off on all that liability because the liability is insane with dogs. Imagine that was a freak thing about putting your hand through a plate glass window. But people bringing me these big, giant, nasty dogs. Sometimes they outweigh the human, and then imagine I train them and then that dog turns around and like just drags them in front of a speeding car. Or I've had so many people that I know have been injured, broken bones, concussions, things with their dogs knocking them over. It can be very dangerous, and you need insurance for all this in this country.
So what's the sorry watch? What do you reckon? What's the sorry
Oh, they're going to
watch?
get her a Casio. Come on, man. It's 7-Eleven. Free big gulps.
Yeah. They'll say, we'll give you an Amiga, and it'll be one of those watch ones.
They'll lure her back with a Swatch and free Slurpees.
Yeah.
Yeah, like maybe a Rado. A Rado.
Or a Tissot.
Yeah.
No, I think she's a perfect candidate for a multi-million-dollar case against 7-Eleven, especially with them having actually fired her. I mean, even without firing her, she probably has a case. But since they did fire her, slam dunk.
Wrongful termination sounds like. But
totally, man.
We don't really know what she signed beforehand, but it certainly looks terrible. The
Again,
optics are horrible.
that can be just like disregarded because the guy threatened her first,
right?
Then chased her down and put his hands around her neck, said he was going to kill her, put his hands around her neck, and then she pulled out her gun and shot him in the stomach. She didn't.
Hey, do we know? Did that guy die? They probably saved him, which is
no. He got shot in the stomach. You don't die from.
Well, if it hits the
shot.
liver, could maybe.
Well,
I don't know.
You do die if you don't get treatment pretty quickly.
Well, I think
we can always hope.
The article says he went to the hospital.
The golden hour.
It said he went to the hospital with a wound to the stomach. So he got himself to the hospital all by himself with a gut shot, and they treated him, and then whatever, I don't know, who knows what he said after that, but it all needs to be dumbed down for us like non-lawyer people, and yes, bless her heart, because have you seen that video of this? I think it's Florida, where one of the sheriff says, if you want to come to Florida and create a crime and break into somebody's house and somebody shoots you dead, I encourage it because you're making my job so much easier.
Yeah, I think home invasion. I think pretty much in every state of the union, you're entitled to shoot a home invader.
Yeah, but this guy just
you're in
said,
fear of
like,
your life.
we encourage it. Just, come on.
That's interesting. Arch, did you
away.
hear about that guy in Australia who got convicted and put away for a while that was chopped somebody's head off or something with a samurai sword? There was a home invader. Remember that? It was in Australia about 2 years ago. And they put him away.
That's terrible. Wow.
He said he didn't realize, he was going to do that. And
I think the only other Australian, I think it was Australian, was that the Paralympic Games runner who had those.
No, he was South African.
Was he South African? But
South
he shot
African,
his girlfriend through the door of a bathroom or something.
And he had no legs. He has no legs. He
claimed it was a mistake.
He has no legs.
Yeah.
He has no legs.
Yes, that's correct.
He has prosthetic legs, and he shot her through the. Yeah, he's in jail for life.
Through the bathroom door or
That's
something.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. In self-defense through the door.
Yeah.
Trying to hide in the bathroom. Christ Almighty.
Yeah, Davis and Quinn. There's these people in Australia. 2018. There was a guy who was in there with his girlfriend, and a guy who wanted to rob the place went in there. And Davis, I think, chopped him up with a samurai sword.
Well, that guy's out. The South African dude is out. That's amazing. That is easy. Welcome back, Nikki.
Thank you.
Glad you came back. Sometimes we have to take drastic action.
I prefer the status quo. I don't want to talk about anything else. I just prefer the status quo. I don't want to change anything. I just prefer the way it is.
That's all.
I was just saying it as like a thing discussion wise. I actually prefer the way shit is right now.
Anyway, so what do you think of that Klein Blue Dot?
2 years and 9 months. Just looked it up. That's what he got.
Who? The South African guy? Or no, the
Aussie guy that used the samurai sword.
The decapitator? Like, what was the? What did he get?
Come on.
I don't know if he decapitated, but he killed him.
It was a home invader, like a proper, burglary.
Yeah, the guy came in with a knuckle duster and a pretend gun.
Oh, well, come on.
Then, yeah.
Why would you be convicted? You would not be convicted here.
You grab whatever you can get your hands on.
2 years, 9 months.
That's not that bad, considering it's a.
Now, were you a criminal defense lawyer?
It's absolutely, it was worth it. I mean, if he really believed that was a real gun, of course you'd go after him. Fuck that.
Now, why would he believe anything other than that?
Chief Tit, do you just do like Ponzi corporate law, or do you?
I don't do that rubbish criminal stuff.
You don't, because you got the only high power criminal attorney that I've ever dealt with, other than when I had to hire one for myself, which is another long story, but the one who came with a dog. Yeah. Let me tell you what, these guys do not give out their phone numbers. They have security. They all carry, because they're dealing with a very unsavory element. And speaking of unsavory elements, look who
really is.
Here we have HR joining us.
Is it a Gonzo from TK Maxx?
Hey, Paul.
Hey, hold on. Mr. GMT, how's it going?
There's no Mr. GMT here right now. Hey, Paul.
Hey, Chief, are you GMT's brother? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no?
No.
Don't go after Chief Tit. Come on.
Hold on. Wait.
Go after me as much as he wants.
Wait. Stay sexy, boys. Stay sexy.
Hey, Paul. Where's Keslow? I miss Keslow.
What did he say?
I said, stay sexy, boys. So Paul, listen, since I've jumped on, you've looked even happier. So what's in your world, bud?
Happier about what?
About everything, about life, about having me on the stream. What's going on, Paul?
That avatar.
I'm going to have to change that avatar, I'm afraid, there. Otherwise, we're not going to let you on.
What is it with this crew?
I'm right.
What the fuck is it?
It's a bunch of outlaws.
Exactly.
Oh, fuck.
All right, let's try again. I think it's okay
I
now.
changed it. Put me full screen. Put me full screen.
I don't
Put me
know.
full screen.
I'm a little afraid.
No. So do you remember when Puck was smashing that rock?
I feel like that looks like me.
I was smashing a rock. Smashing a rock. I put a hex on you, fuckers. Hey, Arch. Hey, Arch.
Super chat, Archie. Super.
Oh, it's a good
Super
one.
chat, super chat. JD Montreal, $7. Miller, explain NWA the whole story.
We're not talking anything race, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not getting kicked off again.
Thank you. That's it. Thank
Good
you.
answer. Good answer.
The
Any
perfect
race
answer.
is off the
Yeah,
table.
there you
Narc
go,
can
Nick.
talk about race. Narc can talk about race.
Survey says.
No. Computer says no. Computer says no.
Yeah.
Archie, let me ask you a question. If Puck was to put a hex on you, would you like it? Would you not like it? What do you think, big boy?
I didn't hear what you said. What did you say?
Okay. Let me try that again. Sorry, it's my good way of speaking.
Why don't you have your own picture on your avatar?
All right. I'll change the picture. I'll change the picture to me.
Just looking to see which.
I bet you it's the black one.
Which is offensive.
No.
There you go. So Archie, let me ask you a question. If
That's not you. Come on.
all right, wait. All right. There you go.
What was your question, HR?
Okay, so listen, if Puck was to put a hex on you, Archie, would you like it? Would you not like it? What do you think, big boy?
I didn't even hear what you
think?
said. What?
What's a hex? Like a hex wrench?
If Puck put a hex on you, if he put a spell on you, Archie, what would you think of that?
Fuckatosa.
Would you like it?
No.
Yes or no?
What about a spell on you, HR?
Well, wait, HR. Let me answer that
I
question.
put a spell on you.
HR, it depends on if it's accompanied by a super chat or not.
Ooh. Hey, Archie, I got a new car. My Skoda blew up. Are you happy? Okay, maybe not.
Would you hire someone in that 7-Eleven case? What do you think, HR, of that story?
Pardon?
On the 7-Eleven case, what do you think of that?
What case is that? Is that an American one?
Yeah. Recently, somebody
Don't act all dumb. Don't act all dumb now.
No, you tell me. You tell me, Paul.
You tell me. Come on. Look. You must admit he's very good at deflecting.
Deflecting, indeed.
HR, tell me something. Can I just ask you a serious question? Because I'm thinking about getting one too. Which bluesy have you got? And what do you think of your own bluesy? Is it good? Are you happy with it?
Is this satire? Is this satire?
Is it the 41?
No, I'm actually asking.
No, Chief Tit, listen. Let me tell you one thing, Mr. GMT. This bluesy I've got is the best watch I've ever had. Mummy bought it for me, and when I go around firing people at the office, I give them a little flick of the wrist, and that bluesy sparkles, and they cry even more. Yes. It's beautiful. That subtle cohesion, but between the yellow gold, between the stainless steel, between that super deep blue face. I love it, Chief Tit. I love it, Mr. GMT.
If you get to be the head of the department, will you buy a real gold watch, or are you just going to stick with the training wheels, half a gold watch?
Hey, wait. I'm talking to Mr. GMT.
It's got a nice watch, but tell me something. Is it the one with the matte dial, or is it the?
Nobody has that one. No, don't get that.
No, it's not matte dial. It's sunburst.
You get the Sunray because that's the one that has gold in the paint. The matte one is kind of cool, but I would never buy that one. It's too obscure.
I like the matte one. Which one have you got exactly? Is it with the ceramic or non-ceramic?
I just told you.
Did they ever make a bluesy? Did they ever make a bluesy with a Hesalite dial, like non-crystal dial? Crystal?
Hey, listen! Don't do that with your hand when I'm talking to you. Don't do that with your hand when I'm talking to you, Mr. GMT. I saw what you did there. Don't do that. I'm talking to you, Mr. GMT.
What did I do?
Yeah, stay sexy, boys.
you know how you tell one Greek from the other.
Now.
With a crowbar.
So listen, Mr. GMT, go and get that bluesy. It's beautiful. My mum would approve as well. You know this, bud?
I just don't understand which one you've got. Have you got, because the latest one's got a sunburst dial, but so does the pre-ceramic latest.
Do you want me to show you with holding
Yes,
up?
please, show me.
Did they ever make a bluesy without a crystal dial or a crystal? Did they?
I don't think so, Mike. I don't think they did.
I don't think so either. But that's why I'm asking.
Oh, that is magnificent. So what year apparently, approximately, is that?
Well, that's a 40 millimeter, I believe.
I had it for 1 year.
Oh, maybe it's a 41.
No.
It's 41 year cup.
Newer used.
Is it a 41?
It's a 41. I just told you.
Okay, I believe you then.
Since Rolex released the Two-Tone Explorer 1,
It's
that
very
odd watch,
Now, why
since
do you
it
have a
released
stainless
that,
steel wedding band?
there's a
Platinum.
pattern of black
Mark, it's
dial.
Can we see
Platinum.
that thumbnail again? What's wrong with that thumbnail? What have you done to that thumbnail? It's chewed back to like all the way to the quick. What's up with that? Are you nervous in your work? And why do you have sausage fingers? Is this Narc? I think it's Narc's sausage fingers.
Because I'm related to Narc.
You have swollen. You're a little swollen.
Listen, Mark.
You're swollen.
This is platinum. This is platinum.
You're swollen. Then why is it? You're swollen.
Well, what do you mean? Why is it swollen? It's platinum.
You have edema, and you got wrinkly hands. This is a nice vein, but I gotta say, you do look a little swollen. Nice flat wrist. I approve.
You've got a little bit of dryness there. Maybe you need to use some moisturizer or
A little bit
something.
of lotion. It puts
Are
the
you going to
lotion.
come and lotion me, big boy? You're going to come and lotion
Yes,
me?
I think Oil of Ulan from 1978.
Mr. GMT, I didn't know you into man. Actually, I probably should have from that commercial. So sexy, boy.
Well, he is great. Come on.
Talking about what commercial? What's he saying? What are you talking?
Are you good? What do you mean? What am I talking about? You're the crazy one. Look at the shirt. Look at the shirt and the garden chair you're sitting on. The garden chair. The garden chair. The garden
Listen.
chair.
Yeah, we got super chats. We got Clyde, $2. We got Stud Muffin, $10. We need the $10. While I'm eating Japanese food, pull up IWC and look at the new Ingenua. I got to tell you, the new Ingenua.
Pull it up.
Ridiculously expensive.
You can't just talk about it. You've been instructed to pull it up.
IWC Ingenua. Let's have a look at this fucker. It is 20. It's nearly 20,000. I mean, would you buy we're talking Aussie dollars, but it's the same price as a Submariner. I mean, I love these things, but they're out of. Look at this, 19.3. Look at that.
No,
which one do you want? I tell you, I like that blue or the green. Which would you go for, blue or green?
Well, it is.
I'd go for that blue, actually. But look at this. It's fucking.
It's a blue green.
That's 14,000 US. Is that nuts?
No, thank you.
Chief
How much?
Kit, what do you think of this watch? Do you like it?
IWC has always been seemingly overpriced.
I wouldn't buy that for 14,000 US.
Sorry, Chief Kit.
I wouldn't buy that for that much money. It's a nice watch, but it's a bit boring.
How much is that on the used market? How much? How much used? Let's go to Chrono because I want to know. I like that watch, but I wouldn't pay that either. How much is it? Like, what
hasn't changed much. 2006, it looked like this, so it hasn't really changed much.
Let's get an
That's
old
from the
one.
2006 catalog.
I want to pay like.
Oh, that's
7
actually
for
the one I think I may have had that one.
Can I get it for 7?
That was a 42 mil actually. That's yeah, I recognize that. That's the one I had.
We are getting an awful lot of comments on HR's ashy knuckles. His hands are dry, swollen fingers. There's just a lot of comments there.
I mean, I wouldn't say they're swollen. I mean,
now
I'm 6
we
foot
know
7,
why
so
HR doesn't show his face.
He's 6'7", so.
Chodberg wants
no, I wouldn't show my face because I'll get doxxed and lose my job, like that guy on the train. You know the spud?
Disfigured appearance.
Do you ever physically intimidate during the meetings? Like you're 6'7", you're like,
they're going for about 10. They had about a 20% drop.
Well, no. In meetings, we sit on chairs. You might not.
I know they're not going to step up
US.
to you though. They put you into HR because they're like, yeah, they're not going to step up to this guy.
They put me in HR because I'm a failure to launch.
No, you're launched as fuck, bro. You're
Oh,
good.
so what sort of money are we talking, Arch? What is that? Are they the same ones?
That's 10 US. That's 10 US. What's that about? 4. So that they lost about 20%. I still think it's overpriced.
Agreed.
How much do they want for the older one, Arch? The one that like from 2006 and 2007. which doesn't look any different.
One there was in-house movement. It had an in-house. I actually had that one. I paid about $5,000 for it. Okay.
Hey Archie, has Zane bought your Zenith yet?
Archie.
Hey Archie,
I wouldn't
has
sell
Zane
anything
bought?
to Zane. I wouldn't sell anything to you, Zane or Plastic.
Why?
Because you're
Are you
fucking
jealous, Arch?
assholes.
What's wrong?
You're assholes. You're cuntasauruses. That's why I don't. I wouldn't sell
That's
nothing to
100%
you.
there, bud.
Nothing.
That's 100% there, bud.
Nothing.
That's
You offered me $1
100% there,
million,
bud.
I wouldn't sell you nothing.
That's 100% there, bud.
Cuntosaurus.
Cuntosaurus. I laughed at that too. That's
fantastic.
That's a classic, Archie.
There we go.
Well, I gotta say, Stud Muffin, I really like the watch. I really like that watch, but I just do not like that price at all.
I got to tell you, I love that blue, but it's just a 3-hander for fuck's sake, you know. IWC did silly things, you know. What they did, it was supposed to be their answer to the Milgauss. It's their anti-magnetic watch, Ingenua scientist watch, and then they made the Ingenua a chronograph line. They really fucked with it. And I must say, I think IWC has the best showrooms after Breitling. What do you think, Marky?
I don't know. I haven't been into a showroom. I've been to
IWC is amazing.
Well, you know why they do that? IWC, Zenith, Breitling, they do tend to have really, really nice boutiques, and it is because they have to in order to fool you into buying those fucking watches at retail. That is why. Like, and it's weird when if you see like one watch, you look at it and you go, okay, nice watch. But if you see like 50 of them, all different models with that jewelry lighting on it, that strong down lighting, they all glowing like gems. It does something to you. Like if you go to a Bangkok bar and you look at it and there's just 50 girls on stage, they all look good looking now. If they just pull one off, maybe she's ugly. But somehow when there's more of them, it gives them more importance. So that's the whole point of the boutique, is to fool you into believing that it's a precious gem and you must pay retail. eBay is where you want to get that stuff. eBay.
Have a look at this one. I'm going to put it into the private chat as a. Is this the one that used to have Arch?
Mm-hmm. Let's have a look. Chief Tits. The one that we were just looking at is nicer. I don't know if Archie can call that up, but
yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
That's a very nice watch for $5,000.
It is, but the one that we were looking at,
I think they're a little bit more. They've gone up a bit since then, Chief Tit.
That's 5366 right now.
Aussie
on chrono.
Yeah, Aussie.
Yep.
Archie,
it's a lot of, and it's got an in-house movement. It's got the 8-1-1.
Can you show it? Show it. Can you bring it up?
In it. Great movement too.
Can you bring it up, Arch? Can you do that from where you're doing it?
Yeah, actually, I was going to bring up a picture of my one.
Do that.
What movement is it? You could have.
It was an in-house movement, 8-1-1-0 movement, I think.
Mm-hmm. Rancher,
they're a bargain. These are actually, they're a fucking bargain of a watch. They are absolute bargain.
That is fucking cheap, actually. What do you think of that one, Nick, for you?
Hey, I'm too elitist, man. I consider Tudor to be shitter
What's wrong with IWC? IWC is a great brand.
I like IWC, but I would get the Mark 15 white Pilot 40 mil probably.
This is a great watch secondhand. Nick, secondhand. Buy this secondhand. It's got more heritage than the new one.
No, all I gotta do is pick Archie, I just gotta pick which watch I want, and then I'll go burgle it off of somebody that I find in Toronto. Because that's how lawless this city is getting. I'm just joking. I want But no, seriously, like I just consider everything, even Omegas, I don't know why. I even consider Rolex to be excellent, but Now it's like they look like Mercedes, Audi, BMW, that new chic style. I can't stand it unless it's a tool watch. Every Rolex looks too chic. It's like those cars you see on the road, the Mercedes, the Audis. They look like they're new, like the new style is always chic.
You know what's offensive about Mercedes is before you get a really, really high class, upscale interior without fucking hard touch plastic, you have to go to AMG level.
Yeah, it's just so ridiculously expensive.
I remember when
overpriced. Yeah.
Remember when Mercedes-Benz and BMW that were just all good.
Yeah.
Porsches like that too. When you order them, if you want leather seats,
you want
$7,000 on. If you want carpets on the floor, tack another $3,000 on. If by the time you're done with a complete car, add $15,000 to the asking price of the car just to have it be a normal car.
You want wheels with that? That's Porsche.
Exactly. Yeah. and you want seats with actual covering on them. Oh, okay.
Do you guys remember the car chase? Do you remember the car chase of the BMWs in Ronin? The movie Ronin with
Ronin?
Yeah. Ronin in the 90s. That car chase that they have in that film.
Yeah.
That's back when Audis were excellent, like in the early 2000s. There still are. I'm not saying they're that bad, but I'm just saying that was the golden age almost for all those cars.
Absolutely.
By the way, guys, I'm going to have to interpret this super chat for you. I know Clyde, and what he did was he managed to get this super chat in on $2, but he had to do some abbreviation to get it. It's Clyde, $2. What's a bigger waste, super chat or IWC, or spending here, or spending time here? What's a bigger waste, super chat, IWC, or spending time here? I think that's my interpretation.
IWC must be the biggest waste of money out of all of that.
No, Clyde would definitely say spending time here. This is a waste of time, but not money.
It's an investment in our own.
Well, it is a waste of Clyde's money because he spent $2 for us to hear this. Clyde had to put somebody in jail to get this money.
That car scene in Ronin is phenomenal.
Yep.
Phenomenal.
That's
I think the only other one is Transporter. I like the scene.
Transporter was so good.
Yeah, Transporter.
Did you know I picked a fault in Transporter? You know that original one where he's got the Chinese girl. The Chinese girl in the 7 series. She's in the back. Yeah. Remember, he changes the tire. If you noticed in that movie, he had custom alloys. When he changes it, he puts the standard alloy on, and in the next scene, it's got all the wheels are all matching. So it's a continuity.
Slip-ups like that.
You know what I'm saying?
They got whole websites on shit like that,
Yeah, I catch stuff like that too. Like when they're having a conversation in a car driving down the road, and when they bounce between each actor, the seatbelt's flipped upside down in one moment, and then the next time they flip to them, the seatbelt's flipped and flat over their shoulder, and then the next scene it's twisted, and they got people that are paid to, after the whole movie's scene is done, to pick stuff like that out to make sure that there's continuity.
You know what? The best website for that shit is called MrSkin.com, because if there's a nip slip, if there's side meat, if there's beef curtains, if there's an accidental ball slip, it's on MrSkin.com.
Ball slip. Remember Three's Company?
Yes.
Remember the episode where what's his name sat down on the bed with the boxer shorts on, and they weren't sewn shut, and there's this big black hole where he sits down on the bed, and there's this big black hole in his boxer shorts.
Now, Mike, we decided we weren't gonna have talk like that.
Well, it's just anyways.
I'm fucking with you. Fucking with Nick. Anyway, so I'll tell you what. Listen, when I put Clyde and Archie into one of my books. Let me think. I made Archie a fat Archie in one of my books. I don't remember which one, but in one of my books, Archie is a fat and lethargic Australian shepherd who whenever the people would walk him, he would just eat shit all off the street. Okay, he would just eat anything he found. So that was Archie, and Clyde was a sad-faced beagle whose ears just dragged all the way down to the ground, also fat. And when before that book got published, the lawyer for the publishing company called me and said, "Do you know a Clyde and do you know an Archie? Because they're going to sue us and you're going to have to change the names." And I was like, "Listen, I have permission." And she goes, "Show me the permission." And that's why, Archie, you might remember, I made you email me that it was okay for me to name a fat Australian Shepherd who eats shit off the street to be named in the book after you. And I actually had to prove to her that I had permission.
Is that defamatory in itself? The fact that you just said that?
What? Here's what she told me.
Archie, you might be able to sue him. I'm telling you now.
What she said was, in America,
I love Marky. Marky's so good. You can never sue Marky.
Over anything.
No, Marky would do that.
They just wanted to have as much protection as possible. And the other thing was, here's a funny story. She said to me, now once we were done all that, she said, "Okay, the last thing I need is your ghostwriter contract, the contract that you have with your ghostwriter." And I was like, "What are you guys talking about? We don't have one." And she's like, "Okay, hold on. Let me just say, I am your lawyer. I am the publishing company's lawyer. There is confidentiality, lawyer privilege here." She said, "So I'll never be able to talk about it." She goes, "But I really do. I need the contract of the ghostwriter who actually physically wrote the book." And I'm laughing. And I go, "Why do you think there's a fucking ghostwriter? There's no ghostwriter."
Yeah.
She goes, "Okay." She goes, "I'll tell you why. Because this book is beautifully written and you two are a couple of dog trainers." I was like, "Oh
Nice.
my God." Well, one of us is a New York Times bestselling author, and the other, which is me, was an editor and a publisher for 30 years in my other life. And she's like, "Really?"
Oh, true.
I'm like, "Yeah, we did." She's like, "Well, it's beautiful."
Well, what a very offensive woman.
I loved her for that. I loved her for that. 2 years later, she called me with a dog problem, and I had to help her out.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay, well, now that I've brought the entire show to a screeching halt, Archie, what do you want to do here?
Hey, I got to tell you there, it's a fascinating thing there. Guys, we're getting ready for Christmas. What are you getting yourself for Christmas? You've already got a Genesis for yourself, Marky. Santa came early. Chief Tit, are you buying anything for yourself? Or you've...
Yeah, I'm going to get a watch, but I'm not sure which one. I'm still tossing up between a 1990s GMT or an early 2000s bluesy. Really, they're the two who are in the best running.
An early 2000s bluesy.
Yeah,
I'd
not
recommend
early, not very early.
Make sure it's ceramic, though.
No, I don't want
it's not.
He doesn't
I don't
want
like
ceramic.
the
You want a 16613? Don't do it.
I don't like the ceramic.
They're
I don't
so
like
flimsy.
the colors.
You have a big wrist. They're very flimsy. First of all, they have
I like the flimsy ones, Mike.
stamped clasp, hollow center links. The gold links are like tinfoil folded over to look like an actual link.
I know.
they're
But I just
hollow.
don't like those fucking ceramic things. I hate them.
And most of them have been polished, so the edges are all soft. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't cheap out.
You'd have to get a new old stock or a very, very good condition from Japan.
Japan has some really nice. They take really good care of watches.
Yeah. When they say good condition, it's like an actual comic book grading of good condition.
That is.
Yeah, I'm just a bit scared of getting something from overseas without physically being there. I don't know what it is.
You can trust Japan. I'm telling you, you can 100%.
On
None of the
Chrono,
people are
yeah,
that
I
scammy.
agree with Nick.
Except if they're in like Thailand, but just have a reputable
If you go with a
dealer.
Japanese dealer that has good feedback on Chrono, you'll be fine.
And it's in your geographic location generally, not
you can
right
go
there.
over
but-
there and kick
To
ass.
tell you the honest truth, I was thinking about actually going over there. And if I was going to go and get one, I'd actually fly over and get it.
That's not that expensive for you to do, and you should do that. It's not even a problem. Spend a few
How
days
much
there,
is
have fun.
Japan, Arch? Is it very expensive from here?
No, I wouldn't think. I would say 600 Aussie.
What's that
economy.
for?
No. To go to Japan, it's expensive from here, Nick.
Oh,
No,
it's
no.
nice.
You can get, if you book a ticket in advance, it's about $1,200 return.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, okay. There we go.
That's with Jetstar economy, with not, but
Yeah, I forgot that you guys have it so expensive to get to like Singapore. It's even expensive for you guys. Like you're quite a ways.
I like the way Nick's an expert on air travel.
No, I'm just thinking about it.
He's
I
not
thought
even
it would
in
be cheaper.
Australia. Hey, Nick, that's not your jurisdiction.
I don't know anything about Australia that much. So I'm just thinking about it because, like, I thought it would be $600 to get to Japan, but it's quite
Archie's
more.
a dick. Jurisdiction.
And then Singapore, I remembered you guys were saying, like, to get to Vietnam or whatever, it still costs like over $1,000. So I forgot about that point.
There's cheap tickets. You've just got to book it in advance. That's the thing, you know. It's
okay.
Where do you want to go, Chief Tit?
Oh, I just wanted to go. I'm not really interested that much in it. My son wants to go to Tokyo badly because he's got a friend of his there. So if I was to do that, I'd do like a bit of a meal deal and take him.
Combo meal deal.
Yeah, combo meal deal. Sort of like get him to visit Japan, show him the sights or whatever it might be with the tour, get a watch out of it and come back.
But they're not that cheap there. They're not that cheap. Believe it or not, they're not that cheap.
Now, Chief Tit,
it's not that much more to just buy one from here anyway and be done with it.
When you go to, if you go to Japan and you buy a watch there, will you ship the box home and put the watch in your prison purse to try and secrete it back home and avoiding duties? Will you pay duties, or will you wear it home and just say, no, it's mine, I came with it?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, see, what you need to do for that is you need to borrow a buddy's that has the same one and take a bunch of pictures of you and your Barbie, you know, your house, you at the beach, you at Manly Island, you know, Manly Isle Ferry, you know, all this bullshit with that watch. And then, you know, you buy one and now you got some.
It's all a lot of hullabaloo to save peanuts. Do you know what I mean? And if there's nothing wrong with it, you might as well just buy it from here. And at least you know the dealer's down the road, you know?
Yeah. Well, who's Archie's favorite dealer in Sydney?
He likes Luxuria and the guys at Vintage Watch Co, I think. But that should be for Archie.
Would you walk into Vintage Watch Co and say, "Excuse me, but I know Archie Luxury. Excuse me, get out of the way. Put some champagne on and show me a deal." Would you do that?
I don't think I'd do that. I wouldn't do that.
In other words, you wouldn't confess to knowing Archie.
No.
I wouldn't.
He doesn't want to be a dick. He's elegant. We don't like to do that.
You don't want to throw your weight around.
I got to tell you, it's I must say myself, with the watches itself, they are very, very. They're a lot of money. These are a lot of money. They're expensive. I mean, economy's not. It's not firing as good as it has been. I mean, let's face it. It's
My budget is between 15 and 20, and that's why those particular watches that are sort of ones that I've always wanted to get, those two, is in that range. They're in that 15 to 20 range, you know?
Yeah. Marky, what are you looking for this year?
I don't know.
Well, you don't want anything. You got enough.
Well, the problem is whenever I want something, I just buy it. So I don't think about, I'll do, my excuse is Christmas. You know, the car, I don't know. I had my car long enough. I had that Lincoln 4 years, which is probably longer than I've had any car ever. Like, what's a normal, how long is it normal to keep a car? Because I have no idea. For me, 2 to 3 years, 3 years has been like normal.
If you're a collector, then you keep them.
Well, yeah, no, but I'm just a driver I always like to just drive a nice car that makes me happy, but then I get bored with them. I don't collect them.
But Mark, don't you think that unless you sort of, it's not a matter of can you buy it? Of course, I could go out and fucking buy it now. That's not the point. The point is, though, if you don't covet it and sit there, look it up night after night and shit like that for months on end, that when you eventually get it, it's not the same as if, I had an inspiration right now and 5 minutes later I went and got it.
Are you referring to cars or watches?
Everything that you collect.
Yeah, I mean, I don't collect cars. I've only once in my life I had 2 cars at the same time, and the brakes rusted shut on the one that I didn't like, or that I just never drove. So I would never own 2 cars again. Kitten's got a car, I've got a car, that's all we need.
But what about other things? What about, like somebody said here, Angelic says, I covered pussy. That's another thing.
Well,
it's true.
That has been a problem in my life, but
it's everything. Don't you think everything sort of comes in that category? Like if you like a watch, you shouldn't just go and buy it straight away. You should just think about it.
They say behind every beautiful woman is standing a man who's tired of fucking her. and if we're not careful, okay, as men, as men who are sort of like psychologically built. Nick probably has a lot of thoughts on this. Nick, you should kick in. But don't we have? Isn't the
No, I can't. I don't want to get kicked off.
Well, I feel like men are built to hunt, and so we are built to we are built for the hunt. And so if we're not careful, even when we have the best that we've ever had, you can get bored. And I'll be honest with you, it had been a long time since I was in a monogamous relationship. It had been. And I hoped I could do it. And, I as it turned out, years and years later, here I am, and it's been fine. But
yeah, it depends on the person, obviously. And if they really, light your fire, then you're good.
Because you can meet and you can be with the best person that you could ever hope to be with. And for me, that's Kitten for sure. But you could think to yourself, but you have like long-standing habits that, where you are unconstrained by the norms of heteronormative society. But yet, here I am. So I don't covet anything, I guess, right now. That feels weird, and it makes me feel vulnerable. Like I might just see something and go, "Fuck, I'll have it," just because I think I should.
Exactly. It's good to covet. It's good to covet. It's healthy.
Right?
Really?
You research. Go ahead, Mike.
I don't think so. The things I've coveted, I've been afraid to own because I've been afraid to lose them or hurt them or scratch them, and so I've not enjoyed them to the extent that I could have if I didn't covet them.
Well, now that's probably the most mature thinking that I've heard on this panel in a long time.
I think I got to pick myself up from how mature that was.
I know, right?
Well, it depends on your wearing philosophy. Like if you have Rolex tool watches that aren't like to covet, but to actually be like a war watch, like a Rolex in Vietnam type thing.
Okay, an example. I had a Panerai with the polished, bezel, just your standard, 44 Panerai, and I reached down into a box of flowers that got delivered, and I pulled the flowers up out of the box and just
show it again, Mike.
I just scraped the entire bezel on the cardboard inside of the cardboard box and just scratched the shit out of that bezel, and that was a watch that I'd kind of been coveting, and because it was all perfect, and then I ruined it, and so like there's an example where I coveted it and I was scared to scratch it, and then when I did, my worst fears were confirmed.
Mike, I used to think like that too. And what somebody said, that it's the marks that you get on a watch while you own it that sort of give it history for you. Do you know what I mean?
Patina.
Yeah, but it's bullshit if he fucked up his whole bezel on the cardboard box. Like really fucked it. Just
really fucked it. Yeah, of course. Yeah,
no, they were all on the same line, and it was bad. It was just simply on a cardboard box, and it was like if this is that easy to scratch, no. So
I want to address a comment here from Jimmy. Let me read it, and then I'll address it real quick. And Mike,
I actually think we missed the super truck.
We'll go back for it then. Jimmy says, wait, I call bullshit again on a Mike story. How does a cardboard scratch a bezel? My sheets. If I sleep with a gold Rolex, the sheets, my sweater will scratch the gold center links. So trust me, you can high polished surfaces can be.
That's good to know.
Can definitely be scratched by stuff like that. All right, let me see. What did we miss?
Okay, we got a few we missed here, I think.
Well, we'll go back from the beginning.
We got Black Cat 9975 bucks. A few weeks ago, Teddy Baldersan released an extremely impressive shop tour commercial for IWC. Recommended if you want to buy their Kool-Aid.
Teddy Balthasar is on the in with all these brands.
That one, and we got Frankie V. Who's the ultimate burnout expert, Mike the Snake or Nick Miller?
Well, we got two good guys here. Don't pick on our guys.
Bro, there was cancel culture. I'm not a fucking burnout. I was working hard the whole time. Fuck you.
Right? You're a hardworking dude. You got 10,000 DoorDash. That's a lot of DoorDashes.
Bro, I'm a fucking high achiever, bud. I just have to wait because they were fucking doing fucking New World Order.
I don't think anybody should criticize people who work for a fucking living. I do not. Mike works maintenance on rental properties.
It takes years to write a book. People write books over 10 years, guys. It takes years. I never
wrote a book that took me less than 2 years. And the first one had been cooking for about 5. You know,
Yeah, that's what I mean. Your whole process is like, a decade or 5 years
it can take
minimum.
a long time. Yeah, and especially if you include the amount of experience that it takes for you to accumulate to be able to write. Wow, it is.
Brothers, I have the writings already written, bro. It's like, don't worry about it. I just had to not publish anything because of the fucking draconian jurisdiction I'm in.
Well,
what about you, Arch? What are you getting for Christmas?
What am I getting for Christmas? I got to tell you something. I got to stop spending.
Debt.
Yeah,
he's gonna get crippling debt for Christmas.
I kind of just taking it easy. I'm not buying anything, but I'm not selling anything. Just holding. I'm trying to work out what I want to add. I got to be honest with you. Eventually, you get sick of just continually buying shit, and I kind of think, how many I got a GMT, a diver, a chronograph, and a dress watch. 4.
You don't need 4 is that's the ideal, I would say, because when you go to 5, you're getting already to a little bit of bloat, just a little bit. Yeah, double up, exactly. So 4 is like when you get the real synergy. You have a collection, you can present it in a box, but it's not bloated at all. When you get to 8, you're already bloated, and anything more than that is just like.
Stud Muffin, $10. What are you most proud of for the year 2025? For me, it was Archie travel videos again after so long. We brought luxury back in 2025. Thank you, Stud Muffin.
That was a very sweet thing to say, actually.
This year, I tell you what, 2025. Yeah, we got Chief Tit on. That's probably the best highlight of this year. New panelist, quality panelist. It's enjoyable chatting to you. It's not everybody is made out to be a panelist. It's very tough. It's a tough market. You got to handle criticisms from the narc. The narc is very vicious.
What's happened with him now? Is he on or off? What's going on? Is he really offended, or was it part of his show?
Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who really? I mean, he's very hard to steer. He comes up with the most stupid advice at times.
Yeah.
That's what he likes to do. He likes to
do you think he really says it, or is he just an agent provocateur?
He's a gossip.
Yeah, he's a major provocateur, I think.
I suspect that's exactly right. He knows he's full of shit, but he says it because it's going to get a reaction.
But he does have some. He has his tentacles. Like, he gets sources sometimes. He has dossiers on people. He has the emails.
He says he does.
He's got clips. He's got.
The other notice he sometimes says, he sometimes quotes one of the rest of us, and he says, "Oh, I got an email from Chief Tit, and it said this." You know what I mean? He just makes it up, but it's funny.
Yeah.
So nobody asked me what.
No, we're waiting.
I wanted to get for Christmas.
Well, come on, Mikey. What are you getting?
I am getting nothing for myself. I'm going to spend every spare dollar I have on buying gifts for my family. And they're going to be well thought out gifts that have meaning, not just, I went to this Macy's and bought you a shirt or something. And I've got 2 brothers and 5 nieces and nephews and 2 wives. So that's what, 2, 4, and 5.
Mike, did you go back to the dollar store and pay for that?
I lost
9.
Anyways,
yeah, it's 9.
Yeah, I've got a lot of people to buy gifts for this year, and then in reference to going to Japan, if I were ever to go, my goal, a life goal of mine, is to go to Japan. And my grandmother raised koi fish, and I want to get a half sleeve tattoo, which goes from the top of your elbow or your shoulder down to your
koi fish tattoo.
I want to get a koi fish swimming around my arm from
in the traditional tattoo method with the stick and the pain?
I want to get a Yakuza style with the hammer and stick.
That's badass, right?
They do that in Thailand also.
That's
this
what
might
I want
be
to
a
get
dangerous question, but let me get into your head. Why would you want to do that?
Because, well, I like the Yakuza style, and my grandmother raised koi fish, so to commemorate her, the koi fish should go around my arm. But if I were going to Japan, I'd like to go there, and while I'm there, get that tattoo done by an official master tattoo person with the old style way.
Point or what?
Chief Tit, you got to understand, Mike is deeply into body modification, and he has had Mike has had. Tell him about the Prince Albert, Mike. Where have you been?
No, I'm not going there again. That's just going to be more clips to be played later.
Mike, a lot of us are into tattoos. Mike is into body modification. I mean,
well, I got tattoos too, man. I got lots of tattoos.
I'm just saying it's not so weird as it used to be thought of, Chief Tit.
It's fucking strange.
So, Chief Tit, your old man is showing.
Right. To do, pal.
Your old white man is showing right now.
Yes, it's true. I still don't understand it. Everybody here's got a tattoo, by the way.
I know. Why is that the case? Why is that the case? I don't understand.
I don't know. I can't understand why the fuck they like tattoos.
Super chat.
You're in the urban area.
$2.80. Mike, are you sending Archie a gift for Christmas this year? Mike's biggest gift is coming on the show every day.
That is right.
We got NATO $3. Mike the Snake, you should use that money for a house deep clean. I'm just going to go to the toilet. I will be right back.
Oh dear.
Speaking of deep clean.
No, I've been working on the house cleaning thing on my own already.
You want to pick up the computer and show us around?
Oh hell no!
I don't blame you.
No fucking way.
Mikey, please don't be offended by what I asked you. I was actually wanted to know, because I don't understand. You know what I mean? I was trying to get inside.
Yeah, don't be offended by the fact that I said, "What the fuck are you thinking?" Jesus.
No, because it hurts getting it done. You can't ever remove the fucking thing.
Did you ever get a cavity filled? It hurts.
I've had this idea of wanting to get that tattoo this has been in my head for 15 years that I want to do this, and on my arm or somewhere I want to get. My dad flew F-104s in the Air Force, and they had a tail.
Put your butt away.
They had an insignia on their tail. I want to get my dad's tail insignia on my fucking arm, because my dad was a badass, and he flew the most hot rod fucking Air Force jet ever fucking made ever.
I feel like you should tattoo the Roman Colosseum on your chest.
No, I'm not going. I'm not going to do anything.
I'm just saying, I don't see why Chief Tit thinks it's a big deal. Mike thinks of it as art. So do I. So do a lot of people. And it's the human body is the canvas.
Yes. Here, I'll find my dad's tail insignia that I'm going to put on my.
What was his name? Talk to me, Goose.
You know what? I've never asked him what his nickname was.
Call sign.
It's call sign. That's right.
Yeah, it's call sign.
Talk to me, Goose.
Albert.
Now, okay, Chief Tit, let's get real here for a quick second.
Yeah, talk to me.
You have no tattoos, correct?
Nope. Yep.
If you were going to get a tattoo, what would you tattoo and where? If you just had to do one.
Maybe something nautical. Maybe
nautical.
Scuba diving inspired, because that's my favorite thing.
So you get bubbles. Hey, by the way, do you remember blowing bubbles when you were a kid?
Yeah.
He says hi.
That's funny.
Got you.
Very interesting.
Yeah. All right. So you would get a scuba thing, like a fin, a scuba tank, like a Jacques Cousteau motif.
Something like that, probably.
Where would you?
And maybe my regimental sort of insignia.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe something like that, but not while I was in. Only after.
I see. All right. Well, now we know. See, so you're capable of getting a tattoo.
If I did, but I wouldn't do it. I don't know.
Here we go. This is the tail insignia of my dad's airplane.
That's fucking cool, man.
I'm going to get that on my arm.
Is that a Thunder Chief?
No, it's an F-104 Starfighter.
Starfighter, right.
Yeah, the manned missile.
That's Vietnam era stuff, isn't it?
The Widowmaker. The manned missile.
with very small delta wings, wasn't it? And it didn't.
No, it's 7-foot wings on each side. It was a manned rocket, literally.
Was he deployed to Vietnam?
No, not. He won't talk about it. I've asked him 100 times, and he won't. He just doesn't go there.
Interesting. So probably.
Yeah.
Because your family was high up in sort of like the, you know what I mean, like the society stuff.
No, they weren't actually. Really.
Military-wise, no.
Well, my dad flew F-104s. I mean, you got to be the top one of the top 1 or the top 1% to be flying F-104s. He flew F-4s and F-105 Delta Darts as well.
But, so he might not have been deployed, but he was in service for sure.
This is like in 68, 69.
Oh yeah, he
went to Vietnam, didn't he? Your dad went to
deployed.
Vietnam. Mike, did your dad go to Vietnam?
I haven't gotten that out of him.
He probably did because those years were the height of Vietnam.
I've had people come up to me and tell me some wild fucking stories that I won't repeat because I until I get confirmation, I can't repeat them. I can't believe them.
Yeah, so probably he was in some hardcore shit over there.
Hey, Mikey, what sort of watch did he use when he was?
He was Special Operations Forces, Marzok, fucking Phoenix program. Who knows?
Super chat.
Well, one guy said that he was shot down and was spent time in a fucking internment camp and shit like that.
That's a different story. Okay.
And,
but he conceded $5.
Yeah, but he won't.
Chief Tit
That's
tattoo
hardcore.
ion on your boost so it will read watermelon when the time's right. On your boost so ion on your boost.
I think it's LON lawn, like from watermelon.
Yeah. Very good.
That is an obscure reference to the fact that Chief Tit actually lost his virginity to a watermelon. Not that many people know it, but the whole Archieverse now knows.
Yeah, everybody knows now.
Well, I hope that they don't. I hope this is not the subject of your court martial.
Tell me, Mike, what was the watch that your father used to wear when he was flying?
You know, I don't know. I have the watch that he bought after he stopped. He exited the military, and that's the Seiko 6139 blue Pogue, or some people have corrected me in saying there is no such thing as a blue Pogue, but I've heard references towards it. It's a 6139 Seiko chronograph. And he bought
never asked him what he was wearing during the times that he was actually in the Air Force. Why didn't you ask?
He's not into watches anymore.
Forget about whether he's into fucking watches. Just ask him the question.
Well,
that's going to be
next time I talk to him. I saw him this morning. I didn't think to ask him. Next time I see him, I'll ask him. Okay, I promise.
I mean, that's super cool.
Yeah, no, honestly, I don't know what he wore when he was flying.
I mean, it's all these fake pilots running around the place with pilot watches. Your dad actually was a pilot. Nobody knows what watch he had.
Yeah, no, it never dawned on me to ask him that. There's because like when my interest in watches came about, it was when I was like 4, and it was with this 6139, and it was my security blanket, and I wouldn't go to bed unless he strapped it around my ankle, and then I'd go to bed, and then he'd steal it back in the middle of the night.
Mike, could you repeat that story because it's really good.
It was my security blanket as a little kid, and I would go kicking and screaming. I would not go to bed until he strapped it around my ankle, and then I'd go to sleep, and he'd steal it back in the middle of the night.
You have no idea how interesting that is, do you?
Well, 50 years later, I get into watches, or 45 years later, or 40 or whatever, and I say, Dad, do you still have that watch that you used to strap around my ankle when I was just a little kid? And he's like, I'll look for it. And he made me, I think probably because he couldn't find it at first, but maybe 2 years later, we don't do gifts at birthdays or anything, right? And 2 years later, he takes me out to lunch on my birthday, and he slides this box across the table, and I'm like,
what? Straps it on your ankle.
And no, but he gave me that watch.
Wow.
And so that's my most prized watch.
Of course.
And I took it immediately.
What stage did you start wearing them on your wrist?
Well, go get it.
I wear it all the time.
On screen,
I'll go get it. Hold on.
Go get it. Let's have a look. I feel like that's cool.
No, that's actually
You know what,
cool.
guys? I got to tell you, I could see it in your eyes, Chief Tit. Mike has no idea how interesting he is. He is.
He's so fascinating. He's so fucked up shit back there.
I saw your face going,
what?
Chief Tit, do you collect
How have we done,
Seikos?
like, all these years, and we're just finding out now that he was strapped in bed with a watch around his ankle.
Yeah. I don't collect Seikos. I'd like to, but I don't.
You too could be a Seiko fan.
But you like military tool watches. That's because I remember I showed you some blingy watches. You were like, who would even wear that? Like, you like the proper.
Yeah, I like my tool watches, but I've got actually a lot of.
I'm not
surprisingly speaking, some of the best tool watches, like actual tool watches that you use, not bullshit, is some of the Citizen models.
Of
like
course, I love Citizen personally. That's my favorite Japanese brand. Actually, I'd rather have Citizen.
The Aqualand version of their dive watches are like unbeatable.
Yeah, that's a good company.
What happens with those watches is that it's a very accurate depth gauge that's on it.
I love my ProMaster.
Yeah, ProMaster. That's what they are.
All right, hold on. We're going to take a look. Mike was strapped to bed wearing this watch around his ankle when he was 4 or 5 years old.
Now, I have the original strap, but I bought an Uncle Seiko replacement strap because the old one was so hashed out. I was afraid it was going to break on me and fall, drop.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the 6139 that my dad gave me.
Fucking beautiful,
so
Mike.
cool.
That is super cool, Mike.
And it's got scratches and a couple of nice size dings in it, and it's got a beautiful patina. And see the white ring around in the bezel?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's normally bright yellow, but over time it fades to white. So it's very, very rare to see one of these with that yellow inner ring, unless it's been replaced. And so that kind of proves, indicates that this watch is all original. My dad never had this service, and it was still functioning and on time when he gave it to me, even though after I got it, the first thing I did was take it in and have it completely rebuilt on the inside so it was fresh to me. The outside, I would have burnt that place down if they'd polished it.
Of course.
And so, but this is it, and I love it. And this is
that's amazing, Mike. That's amazing.
And the
way,
Mike,
Mike, from the outsider's point of view, that watch with you and the story behind it is better than the Submariner that you got.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
It's fucking, it means something,
And then I find out later that, William Pogue, the astronaut, spent 180 days in Skylab or something. He smuggled this same watch with a gold dial, and it's called the Pogue. Okay, and but there's a lot of little micro things about it, like the little sumo symbol under the pinion, and water resist instead of waterproof, and it has to say Seiko automatic under the Seiko, and then automatic under it, and then the serial numbers have to fucking match, to make it the right year and time period, and this checks every box except the color of the dial. So they call this the Blue Pogue, or it's just a 6139. But I've looked these up, and they're not cheap.
It doesn't matter how much it costs. That thing there is phenomenal for you, because somebody can buy that second hand and say, "Oh, this used to belong to some other guy who used to be this, that, and the other." Man, that's your dad's watch. That's
speaking of irreplaceable and invaluable, we do have an $18,000 offer for that watch, Mike.
I couldn't do it, man.
Because it's priceless. We understand.
This is my no, man. I just went and saw my dad today, and there's a bunch of really sad shit going on with him and his wife, and so times are rough right now with my mother that I'm taking care of. She's got cancer and a timeline on her, and my dad's wife has dementia, and she's in the hospital right now with double pneumonia and having issues with dementia as well, and like running off, out of control, out of her mind, and it's things are kind of difficult. So in any case, no, I would never fucking get rid of this watch. This is my most prized watch. I would fucking easily get rid of this, which I'm
Before you
probably
get rid of that.
I'm gonna one and done right now for probably a long time with this 41 sub, because I love this thing to death. They fixed every problem that every little nitpicky thing I had with the sub, they fixed on the 41. And they made the buckle better, they made the size better, they made the bracelet better. So I love my sub, and this is going to be mine for a long time. And I have no desire really to buy any new watches unless a whole shitload of money comes my way. Like I have enough extra to just like, go buy another watch. Okay. Which ain't happening anytime soon. So on that note, this is my most prized watch, and I will keep it forever. And
it's cool, Mike. Very cool.
But the story's kind of funny because it's a chronograph, and I used to push the buttons, and my dad would always be like, "Quit pushing those buttons, you're going to mess my watch up." And as a little kid, of course, you like stopping and resetting it and stopping it and resetting it. And I love just pushing the buttons. And then at nighttime, like I said, kicking and screaming, I would not go to sleep until that thing was snapped around my ankle. And then he'd have to steal it back in the middle of the night. And in the morning, I'd completely forgot all about it until the next evening.
So do you ever get the urge to get your Submariner and put it around your ankle rather than your wristband instead?
No. I haven't thought about watches in my ankles. No, not together like that.
You grew out of that, did you, Mike?
What's that?
You grew out of that, did you?
Yeah, I grew out of the watches around the ankle thing.
Archie, what are you doing? You're telling us you're going?
We got a super chat here, Electra Man 2, $5. Super fucking cool, Mike. Yeah, I must admit that Seiko, the story is really, really cool. It's a very cool story there. Do you have any of your dad's watches, Chief Tit?
I do, actually. My dad's still alive, so he's got his own watches, but he gives them to me for me to take into town to get it serviced. He's got one watch. He's just a one-watch guy. He's got normal.
In other words, he's normal.
He's a normal guy. He's got a Dunhill, a really old Dunhill. That's
Dunhill.
Quartz or mechanical?
It's quartz, and it's very old, but he absolutely loves that frigging thing.
Yeah, they used to be such a cool brand, weren't they? Remember that? There's no shops. Where is Dunhill boutiques? You look at them, they used to be huge.
Richmond took it over, I think, for a long time. I don't know if it's independent again, but Richmond.
That's right, Richmond did.
And they fucked it, because when I started going into Dunhill in the city in Sydney to get it serviced, they said, "Oh, yeah, we don't do that. You got to go up to Richmond over in Phillip Street." I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
And then they started having less parts, and all that bullshit.
That's exactly it. You're right.
In the end, what I did was I bought a donor watch from Japan for, $2,000, $3,000, something like that, just so I could have it in case he needed parts for his one. That always a watch for it,
I had a Dunhill lighter.
See, I think Richmond bought the luxury arm of it, the luxury goods arm, and the tobacco arm was actually owned by British American Tobacco.
We had Dunhill cigarettes. I had a Dunhill lighter and Dunhill
that's kind of what happened there. See, that's kind of.
I did like it as a brand for everything. I thought they were a really masculine, nice.
Yeah, they were very popular. Especially in Asia, they were popular. But
the cigarettes.
I think the smoking thing is sort of killed it for. It became just.
Didn't they make lighters?
It's one of these brands that kind of had its day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, my grandmother smoked. Both grandmother and grandfather on my mother's side smoked like 3 packs of Parliaments, or what was the other brand? Carlton's. And they had Dunhill lighters all around the house. Those table lighters? Yeah. They're like big, heavy, in a really like either set in stone or metal, but the lighter was just a table lighter, and there was one on every big table in the house because they smoked so much. And they were all Dunhills.
They were very expensive, Mikey.
My my grandmother on my mother's side was well off.
I visited my dad in Florida, and I said, "Let me see your watch." And he takes off this crappy, quartz Tag Heuer, and I put it on me, and I gave him my my Explorer 2, my Rolex Explorer 2, and I said, "Here, have this instead. I'm gonna trade with you." And do you know what? He was like, "They're very nice, thank you, but no, I want my watch back." He would not take the Rolex. He did not like it. He said it's too big, it's too heavy, it's not quartz, so I don't know if it's gonna work.
Yeah, a practical person.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, Arch, what did your dad have as a watch?
Actually, he's got a Datejust. He's got a Datejust.
Wow.
And actually, the funny thing is, just having a look here, Hong Kong doesn't have a Dunhill. Singapore used to have a huge Dunhill.
Yeah.
Nothing. Look, the brand is dormant. It's only in London. Look at that. Fucking hell.
And Arch, I think we've spoken.
It's still around in London.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
They had a great store in Hong Kong.
I would go there for that.
No, it's closed. Look, I just.
Oh, it's fully closed.
Hong Kong. Look, I typed in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Nothing's there now. Look,
Oh,
nothing.
Only in London.
Nick, the one that was in Hong Kong that used to be there used to be a whole building all by itself.
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
at the top floor used to have a magnificent cigar lounge and bar and restaurant. It was phenomenal. They used to have custom handmade shoes. You could go there and order different, whatever you wanted. It was incredible.
What year did Dunhill stop making watches?
Dunhill had more shops in Asia than in the Western world. This is the thing. The brand was very popular, but it's really in the last 10 years it's died. Like it really.
Yeah, it's an East Asian smoking culture thing and like tourism thing, like English linked.
But see, what happens is Richmond buys these brands and then they just keep it on the back burner. They'll use it eventually. You know what I mean? It's one of those sort of owned by
intellectual property.
Yeah.
But if they still have a location in London, that's a big tourism attraction, like as a relic of that.
Nick, they used to have everything. They even used to have like beautiful leather goods, like the briefcases used to be.
I know.
That's right, they did. They had some really cool travel goods and stuff like that.
Did they have any good mechanical watches that are vintage?
They had
all quartz.
No, they did have some mechanical. They did, but they were kind of a.
You'd probably get one for like $1,000.
Yeah, you can.
They're actually pretty good value. The brand is dying. The brand is poison.
Another thing I remember that was Dunhill that my grandmother used was the cigarette extension. It was about 6 inches long.
They used to sell that. That's what it was, and it had a filter in it as well. Yes.
Yeah, and she used that all the time, and
they're all over eBay for like $300.
Yeah.
There you go.
But their logo is
had some funky designs.
Look at the logo.
Yeah, that's a cool. I like that logo. I remember getting in trouble because as a little kid, I was digging through my grandfather's desk, and in it was a bunch of like, I'm sure, Mont Blancs and nicer ink pens, and I pulled them all apart. And
that's a Millennium. That one. You broke them?
Yeah. As a little kid, I unscrewed them, and the ink went everywhere, and I got yelled at.
$300, Archie. Available through Walmart.com as a used watch. So they're all over.
Yeah, it's over. It's over, Red Rover.
It is over. Red Rover.
The brand is toxic, when a luxury brand dies.
But they were cool. I loved their stuff. I had their lighter. I used to buy their cigarettes when I was feeling rich because they were more expensive. But they came in like rainbow colors with gold foil over the filters.
Yeah.
Remember that? You were high class at Dunhill.
They're like pastel.
That's right.
Pastel rainbow colors.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah. really lightly colored.
Yeah, but they were like 100 millimeters long, and they were.
Didn't they come in a little brown hard case box?
I don't know about that, but I just remember that.
Yeah,
the cigarette papers were all like brightly colored and beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Probably illegal now to make a cigarette that beautiful.
Well,
you can't have the packaging, can you? You know, in my country, you know, Chief Tit, in Australia, they can't even have tobacco on cigars. You can't have the wrappers or anything like that.
In Australia is the most horrifying place to buy tobacco. I remember because I was there.
Well, what's happened is, Marky, they've now got illegal tobacco. They've got these tobacconists have cropped up because the taxes were so ridiculous.
Yeah, that happened here too. But I just remember they had pictures on the cigarette boxes of like cancerous lips and like lungs and like bones sticking out of people. Like just the pictures on the cigarette pack were of like cancer.
Well,
yes.
Here in the county I live here in California, they've banned all flavored anything tobacco.
Where do you get yours from, Mikey?
I don't smoke
cigarettes. You too.
But I just chew unflavored tobacco, Copenhagen. So the flavored ones became unavailable, but not that I even use them anyways. But yeah, anything flavored mint or because they claimed that it lured kids into, and what really spurred it on were those vape pens, that were like strawberry bubblegum flavored tobacco vape pens, and that's what really hooked the kids, or they claimed hooked the kids into it. And so some right winger, said, well, we can't have that here. Everything needs to be all sterile and
Chief
perfect.
Tit, did you see in New Zealand they outlawed smoking? So at a certain age, anyone born after a certain age, it's illegal for them to smoke.
I didn't know that. When did they do that recently?
Just recently,
That was
like a few weeks.
Jacinta Ahern. She did that.
Wow.
Just, that female. They've actually, since that time, they've reversed the decision, right? But
they did.
That's like prohibition. That's like prohibition. Prohibition didn't work.
Yeah.
When you make things, it's just ridiculous.
I mean,
it's crazy they reversed it.
It's too much Big Brother sort of state control type of thing.
Speaking of prohibition, of course, Chicago was the home of Al Capone, who made his fortune in prohibition whiskey.
Did you ever train his dog, Marky?
Well, no, he died in the 30s or 40s. He died in
having a joke
Alcatraz.
with you, Marky.
Yes,
Work with me.
But however, I trained his dog. Okay, but he had a hideaway in about 20 minutes from here, and that hideaway became a steakhouse. That house became a steakhouse called Al Capone's Hideaway, and it was there for, I don't know, 50 years. It was my favorite local steakhouse before they closed it. And he died in Alcatraz. I've been to Alcatraz and seen his cell. I don't even know if they give you tours of Alcatraz anymore.
Mike lives near Alcatraz.
I've taken the tour many times.
It's a cool tour, right?
I'm not. Yeah, it's a super cool tour.
Yeah, but it's crumbling.
I'm not sure if they're still doing tours.
I think they closed it because the place is falling apart and they've never reconstructed or preserved it.
Yeah.
You know what the latest news is on that, right, boys?
Mm-mm.
Trump was saying he's going to make it a super prison and rejuvenate it to like a mega prison.
Yeah, well, that was he said that about a year ago. I do remember that, and I thought, how stupid, because the cost of operating that place was outrageous, and that's why
they're going to have these mega prisons anyway, so they might as well use Alcatraz, is what he's thinking.
It's much cheaper in the Everglades.
I'm very surprised he hasn't turned it into one of his own hotels. It's a Trump hotel.
That's a good point. That's real estate, especially in the bay there.
Yeah, exactly. You can have like a little pier that comes
That's
on.
what they're doing. They're just waiting for the housing market to get so saturated that even Alcatraz starts having urban development.
But the San Francisco Bay has terrible tides and it has sharks, and that's why there was only one supposed escape from that island, but those people were never found.
Yeah,
and, they think they were drowned or eaten by sharks. But they said it made them crazy because from the island, from Alcatraz, you can see San Francisco. It seems quite close, and you could smell the baking sourdough bread every morning. You could come wafting across the bay.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Lucky to have been able to have gone on the tours that I did.
Yeah. Mikey, do you remember there was a boat parked in the harbor that was a restaurant, and you had to take a ferry from the harbor to the boat to have your dinner because the boat never moved. They closed that boat, but they would serve like steak and surf and turf and stuff like that right out there in San Francisco Harbor,
right at Pier 39 or Pier
somewhere right off of one of those piers right by Pier 39. You catch a little private boat to catch your reservation for. I wish I remember the name of that restaurant, but it was beautiful. It was fun. It was really fun.
I think I remember it. But no, I didn't go there.
That was back when when you could still go to the pier to Fisherman's Wharf and the restaurants were still open. And I haven't understood that Fisherman's Wharf is kind of derelict now, but at the time it was wonderful.
Have you ever had the soup? The fish soup they call cioppino
in the bread bowl.
Have you ever heard of cioppino?
Yeah, I love cioppino.
Okay, well, you know how that came up. You know how it.
Did your grandfather invent cioppino?
No, but when the fishermen all came in to the San Francisco, as I was told the story, as they all came in with their fish load to sell their fish at the end of the day, they would all chip in a big fish to this one guy, this big cook guy, like at the very beginning of the pier, and he would take whatever people would chip in, and he would chop it up, and it was everything. It was crab, it was fish, it was octopus, calamari, and so that's what cioppino is. It's like everything.
That is a lovely, lovely story. The problem being is it's an Italian word invented in Italy, but I like your story better, quite frankly.
Well, that's just the story I was told. So,
remember when you could buy Dungeness crabs right at the pier?
Oh yeah, they'd cook them for you right in front of you, and then they'd crack them for you.
Yep.
Right in front of you, they crack them, and man, those guys were like artists. The way they boom, 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 and flip a crack.
So
boom,
funny
boom,
story.
boom.
My sister, and this was in the '80s. She had an apartment on Greenwich, which was 6 blocks from the wharf, and her bedroom overlooked Alcatraz and the bay, so it was really, really beautiful. And her rent was $450. I mean, I'm sure that apartment probably rents for $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 a month now.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah. Archie, are you going to move in with your dad at some stage to look after him, do you think?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it because he's 77 now. That's
yeah, but he's sharp as a tack.
He's okay, but I can see he's aging, but
how old's his wife?
He's divorced. He got divorced at 65.
So he lives alone in that house?
Yeah, he's got a girlfriend who comes. He spends a fair bit of time with her, but she's same age as him. So it is what it is. These things, they are what they are, my friend. They are what they are.
Now, is she going to talk him into leaving the family fortune to her? What do you think? What's going to happen?
I don't know. Just see what's left.
Make sure she doesn't leave a toothbrush in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I'm serious. That's actually one of the legal tests in Australia when they want to see whether somebody's co-domiciled, is if you leave a toothbrush at somebody's house.
Fuck.
So if you see any fucking toothbrushes, you throw them out every time.
So that's the tampon test.
Sort of.
If there's feminine hygiene product, well, she's 77, so probably no.
You see, there's a rule here about cohabitation, right? And so I was involved in a court case once where if you're considered to be the spouse by way of being a de facto, and somebody doesn't leave a will, or the will can't be found mysteriously, right? Yeah. Suddenly the de facto gets the lion's share of the estate. And so in this particular case that I was involved in, there was one of these situations where there was apparently a will. Nobody could find a will suddenly. In other words, she got rid of it. And she was arguing that she was a spouse because she was the girlfriend, but she said, no, I was actually his de facto.
This is common law marriage, which we have only in certain states here.
But here, look, it's sometimes it's dead obvious, like when they live together and they've only got, under the same roof. But this was a situation where she lived separately. She had her own house.
Yeah.
right? And so she said, oh, well, I was going over there a couple nights of the week, and therefore it was like cohabitation anyway. And one of the critical issues was, where was your toothbrush? Did you have a change of clothes always there? Were your pajamas there? All these minutiae that you'd think, well, who gives a shit, actually became really, really important.
Yeah, 100%.
Here in this country, you can cohabit for 20 years, but depending on the state, like for example, in this jurisdiction, there is no such thing as common law. We call it common law marriage.
Yeah.
We're treated like married people for cohabitating.
Yeah, if you've cohabitated acting basically as married for, I think it's 7 years in California, it's considered a common law marriage at that point.
Yeah, in California, Mike, remember the palimony law?
It's really? Okay, I'm not a lawyer. I thought it was more. But
no, here it's two. Here it's two.
Oh, there's two. Yeah, I think here it's like 5 or 7 years.
I think Mike's right. It's a longer period here, but there is a test. However, California had this famous lawsuit called palimony, where somebody was sued for just cohabiting without legal marriage and without common law status. I don't remember, and it was an actor was sued for something called palimony, and they wanted a settlement on that. So cohabitation can be a little dangerous depending on your jurisdiction.
Yeah.
So to wrap my head around what you just said, like an actor had a roommate that
was sued by a woman that he dated for not for alimony because they weren't married, but for palimony, and that was if somebody Googles palimony, it'll tell Lee Marvin.
Well, so
Lee Marvin
she was claiming
palimony.
She was his like significant other.
Yeah,
to the extent that it would be considered a common law marriage.
And then when he broke up with her, he was entitled to compensation.
Yeah, but Mike,
this is
the thing. It's that normally concentrates on when they break up. Does somebody have to pay somebody else alimony, even though all they did is really date them? That's the issue, right? But the worst one is if you're dating someone and they drop dead and you argue that you were the de facto or common law spouse, suddenly you're entitled to all these things that you otherwise didn't get before, like part of their estate, So you're talking about a shitload of money.
Sure.
It's a very big thing. It's a very big thing, and it gets nasty. Money makes people do real nasty shit, Chief Tit.
Too fucking right, Archie Poo.
Anytime big money is involved that I've been not even part of, because I've never had big money, but I've been around people with big money, and
you haven't been fucking the right chicks.
It always gets weird. It always gets weird when big money.
Oh, I can attest. Believe me, I have a story to tell.
It's like if it's $50, it's like here, bam, $50, man. If it's 50 grand or 100 grand or 500 grand, man.
You know the gay marriage laws in this
just
country
get fucking weird.
Really?
Yeah.
What's that?
I said the gay marriage laws in this country saved me $1 million. $1 million.
Saved you?
Saved me $1 million. Yeah.
So, which that you would have had to otherwise spend.
Okay, well, because here's the deal. I had a partner during the era when there was no gay marriage here.
Okay.
There was gay marriage in Canada, so we just went to Canada and got married, but it wasn't reciprocal because there was no gay marriage here. And when gay marriage passed here, it still wasn't reciprocal because we were married prior to and so I had no anyway. He wanted to marry me here in the U.S. and when I said fine, we can do that, but we're gonna have to get a prenup, and that's when things went south, and he was gone less than a year later. It turned out that the lack of reciprocity on that marriage that we had done saved me approximately $1 million.
I see. If you decided to
let me just say, as a gay man, I was very grateful that gay marriage was illegal.
Yes.
And I'm going to tell you why I say this, by the way, guys, and that is because if one partner is much wealthier than the other, that you're in a danger area. This is why men get so fucked up. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand a lot of women fuck men, but men do the same thing. Men fuck over their own kids when they're angry at the ex-wife, which is terrible.
Mikey, Mark, have you heard what that friend of Archie's, the Frischman or whatever? Have you heard the shit that he comes out with? He's unbelievable. Talking about a man whore. He says, "Oh no, the woman has to keep me, and I'm looking for a woman that's very wealthy."
Well, he and Archie are very
She's got to pay for me, and she's got to support me. And
hold on. Are you quoting Frischman or are you quoting Archie?
Frischman.
Speaking of which, guys, it's time to wrap this show up. It's been a great show. I want to thank everybody who came on today there. We had GD Montreal, One Up Trading, Rich Mitch, GD, One Up Trading, Cheap Tit. Watch that video, Cheap Tit. You'll love it. Davey Smalls, MT85, JD Montreal, Clive, Stud Muffin, Black Cat 997, Clyde, Frank V, Stud Muffin, Van Lux, NATO, Phoenician Cedar, and Electra Man. Guys, that's the show for today. We'll be back tomorrow.
Mark.
Stay happy, stay cool. And guys, buying or selling a watch in America, go to David SW. See you later, guys. Hi, guys. It's ArchieLuxury. Guys, I want to talk to you about David SW. David SW. Guys, if you are in America, if you are looking for a Rolex watch of your dreams, in fact, if you're looking for a contemporary modern wristwatch, I strongly advise you to look at David SW. Guys, don't play the dealer games. Don't bring in chocolates or Krispy Kremes for your dealer hoping to get a Rolex at retail. It's futile. Please, guys, save your dignity. Keep some pride. Go to David SW. I would highly recommend David SW. If you're in America and you're looking for a watch, go to David SW.